Hello, this is Eric Dodgen again, and we're gonna start touring our new Be Ready group. We have today alternative cooking methods. So there's a lot of people coming with all sorts of different options of different alternative cooking. Also, more than alternative cooking, we also have different ways of storing food and whatnot. So we have a lot of people that have presented things that they're good at and that they've enjoyed doing through the years. And so I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna ask them to explain what it is they're doing and give us an explanation of their methods or their what they're demoing. And we're gonna see what they have to teach us. So anyway, let's go. Hello, Brother Earl.
Yes.
What have you got here?
Well, we have a little bit of Dutch oven.
Dutch oven cooking.
Yes.
And so you've got some cobbler going on here.
Got some cobbler. And the cobbler, so we have one here. We have another one over here. And this little setup right here, I don't know if you can you see that from
Let
this
me
far
make
away?
sure we can see it.
This is a setup that we have
Yes.
for, we're able to do two over here. So we can do another one at the same time and stack them.
And you can stack them. So you got a 4 here.
4 here. We do 16 on the bottom, and we do as many as we can on the top. So
Okay.
it browns it better. It's supposed to be about 16 on top. Oh, are you okay? Yeah, this is a peach cobbler. That's what we have here, and we have the recipe for it. It basically takes.
How long does it usually take to heat the coals, cook it?
It's about 30. You want a sample?
I'm good. So you're good.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Come on over
About
when you
30
get here.
minutes total, you think?
I'm going to say closer to 45.
About 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, it looks delicious.
Yes. And so you take a can of peaches, and it takes a can of peaches, a cake mix, some brown sugar, and some 7-Up.
7-Up. That sounds awesome.
Can of 7-Up, and some butter.
All right.
That's
I'm
what
going
it
to come
takes.
through with the camera and just take a video of
Yeah.
what you got here.
Those things are just wonderful.
Yeah.
I do those all the time.
Fresh meat. So
How do you just cooking those briquettes or what are you?
Yep, just cooking them off of briquettes, just like this right here.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry, that's
Yeah.
mine. Oh,
I'm doing a cherry.
Doing the cherry. Remember, we're doing the cherry is the black chocolate cake. It goes with
He's
it.
just now building this one right here. He's going to start putting everything in there.
Okay, got it. And
Cherry, we're going to use
what's that?
I cook all kinds of things in that.
super moist
I got 4
chocolate.
or 5 batches.
They're great.
All
huh?
right.
We have cherry.
This is awesome. Thank you, guys.
What's that?
Yeah.
Hello. So what are you demoing here?
I made some jerky. Oh, I get a.
You get a hold of mic. Or you
get
can
a hold
clip
of
it. So you made some jerky.
So we got ground beef
Okay.
and just stripped from a round roast. It's pretty simple. You get a seasoning packet that's up to 15 pounds.
Okay.
For
And
ground beef.
we could buy this almost
Pace
anywhere.
Mart.
Pace Market.
Pace of Market.
Good
Go
place.
back to the meat department,
Okay.
bottom shelf, right below their meat counter.
Okay.
Um,
A jerky cure and seasoning pepper
Yeah.
blend.
so
Okay.
they have all different flavors.
You
down
pick
there.
the flavoring you like.
Yeah, and you can get this off of Amazon as well.
Okay.
So, but you just follow the instructions. It tells you how much for each, how many pounds, whatever. You mix it up. I mix it for about 10 minutes till the ground beef gets tacky. It pulls all that
Okay.
so it sticks together. Put it back in the fridge for about 12 hours or more to let it just
For the
kind of cure
Okay.
and set up. Put it in the jerky gun
Okay.
right here.
All right.
They usually come with different nozzles. I put it on my jerky rack, and as you can probably see there,
Yep.
then smoke it for about hour and a half, 2 hours.
Now, what do you use for a smoker?
I have a pellet smoker right now.
pellet smoker?
But you can use an offset smoker. It just takes a little more time.
Okay. And you said how many hours in the smoker?
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Hour and a half,
It doesn't
2 hours.
take
It does
long.
not take that long. That
Because
doesn't take very long at
it's pretty thin. So we do that, pull it off. I usually cut it into uniform strips, vacuum seal it, put it in the freezer, and it lasts long time.
Long time.
Well,
So you've
it
got
could last.
a really nice cutter here for slicing the meat.
I got
So that's
more
if you're gonna
slices for that's the round roast.
When you cure this, do you just pour it on top and do the same thing as
you do a marinade,
the marinade? Okay,
and you just put it in bag, let it sit in the fridge
and then smoke
about
it
the same
for-
time,
about the same
and then put it on the smoker and do the same thing.
Okay. And then this right here is your meat grinder. So
that's
if
a
you wanted to
grinder.
grind your own,
Yep.
or you could get some hamburger from the
Yeah.
store.
So this is just 5 pounds of hamburger from
5
the
pounds
store.
of hamburger. Now, do you have a certain kind of fat content that you like better?
No,
No, just whatever you
Yeah.
want.
just whatever. So this meat grinder actually does have stuffing horns,
Okay.
so you can do summer sausages and stuff like that.
So this is a pretty nifty. Which one's this one?
This is just a
Hot Hill?
cheap one I found off at Amazon.
Just on Amazon. Just find it with all the implements.
But it for a starting one, not too bad.
Works
When you're
good.
doing sausage and grinding, you add ice in it just to keep it cool, keep
Okay.
the meat cold.
Okay. Yeah.
Different curing salts if you want to make your own stuff. You don't use very much of it. I also use this for curing bacon,
Okay.
a homemade bacon.
So you've made homemade bacon with this. I tried
Yes.
making homemade bacon, but it did not taste good. And I think I used one that was a celery-based cure because we didn't want to have something. What is it?
Certain yeah,
There was chemicals we didn't want to have in it, but
all right. And I even use
canning and pickling salt.
salt.
Okay.
So or citric acid.
Prague powder.
They
And
take-
do you like this one the best? Is this your favorite?
No, I use them all.
Okay.
I don't have a favorite. And when I cure them, it takes about a week to cure bacon.
About a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it in a vacuum seal bag and let it sit in the fridge and just flip it every day. And then rinse it off, smoke it for about 3 hours with bacon, and then I put it back in the fridge to let it firm up.
Okay, but
And
you
then-
do need to smoke bacon as well.
Yeah, I do.
Do you smoke the full
The
bacon
whole
slab?
pork belly.
Whole pork belly. You just smoke it all together.
I just smoke it all on there.
And then you slice it up when you're ready to.
Yep, I let it sit after it's done. I let it sit in the fridge to firm up, and it's easier to slice.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'll take that mic back.
So there's also summer sausage, stuff like that you can use.
Thank you very much.
So, no problem.
Hello. How are you doing today?
Good.
Looks like you've got a demonstration for us. How does this work?
So, we got 2 gears here. I'm going to start with the gears. So, this gear is attached to this. That has the attached to the bike gear. I can ride it and do it. People prefer bikes instead of hand gears
Okay.
because it's easier.
So this grinder right here, you can use a hand grinder if you wanted to. It is
Yes.
a hand crank
Yes, I can just
or the bicycle. Okay.
just unscrew the screw and put a hand crank on this. So how this thing works is this. This is the most important part, and these two are the most important parts.
It keeps the bike off the ground and lets it spin freely.
Yes.
Okay.
The wood is, this thing is completely attached to the wood.
And that's probably important to make sure it doesn't move around while you're.
Yes.
Does it take a lot of force to get it to move?
Yes. Not that much,
To
actually.
get it to grind?
Yes. But I can probably ride this, and I can just put about that much wheat in it, and it can just grind into the bucket. You get a bucket full.
All right.
And that's my demonstration.
Awesome. Thank you. And right here, are you demoing this as well? Or just someone else?
I don't know.
To make my strips. So they came with that shrink.
So this right here says that this is the basic recommendation for a 1-year supply for one person. Well, that doesn't
Yes.
look so bad. That doesn't look like too much. 1 whole year for one person.
Yes.
But this is probably like the bare minimum. You could probably want more than this, right?
Yes. I
But-
could have more.
But this is what you need to survive.
Yes.
Okay.
We got water here, some food, and wheat.
It says that the water is only for a 2-week supply, but everything else is for the full year.
I had another thing of
You're on
cups.
video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
Okay.
so this top thing is for like cooking.
All right. Thank you for showing me, Paul. Hello.
Hello.
So, what are you showing today?
I'm showing different methods of canning and how to know which ones are which and what's the safest way to do it according to the National Center for Food Home Preservation's guidelines. That's the leading industry for understanding what's safe to can and what you can't can.
Okay, so there are some things you just shouldn't can.
You should not can any type of dairy. We do not have
Dairy.
the commercial setups
Okay.
at all. Any type of grains. So a lot of soups will say with rice or with barley, things like that. As a home canner, you are just asking for trouble.
You're asking for trouble if you do grains. What about like beans?
Beans you can do. They have to be pressure canned because they're a low acid food.
Okay. So low acid means you need to put it in the pressure canner?
Yep.
All right. So then things like peaches,
Those are
those
high acid. Yep.
You don't need to have.
And those
Is there
are
a way
water
to
bathing.
measure and know how much acid it has?
Go
or
to the
just-
National Center for Food Home Preservation guidelines. They've done
National
all the
Center. Okay,
They've
and
done all the testing
So
for
we
it.
should Google and say that again. National Center
Food Home Preservation.
Food Home Preservation.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll
They're
try to
out
get
of
that on
the University of Georgia,
there. Okay.
and they are my go-to for any canning related question that I have. They will have all your guidelines, pressure canning times, water bath times. They also tell you, like, if you're in certain elevations, how much time you have to add or subtract because
Okay.
it can
Because
change.
we are at 5,500
Yep.
feet.
And
So you
so,
need to add some time.
for us here, when I do my pressure canning, I have to add an extra 15 minutes because of our elevation.
15 minutes.
And then
that's
with-
for the pressure.
And
Okay.
with my water bath canner, I add an extra 20.
20 minutes for the water bath. Okay.
that's
And I
just-
noticed you don't have any rings on these.
No, I do not
you-
store with rings.
Do not store with rings.
No, there's a reason for that
Okay.
because seals on your jars can fail.
Okay.
And if you have them clamped down with a ring and they come loose, you don't know.
You don't know.
And so they'll create what's called a false seal, and you don't know how long that seal's been opened.
But it could be, but if it pops up,
That's a pretty good giveaway, but then they could also seal themselves again.
they could seal themselves
And
again.
then you lead to botulism. And having
Okay.
had my daughter go through botulism, it's a big,
just don't want to deal with that.
don't mess with that one.
So when the lid's off,
When the
then
rings are off, if you pick it up by the lid,
ring, oh, I see. And then
and
the ring
then-
won't be on there anymore.
the lid, if it's got a false seal, pop right off.
It'll pop right off. And then you don't eat that.
And then you don't eat that. You can just discard it and clean your jar and start over.
Try again. All right. That's great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What are you showing us today?
This is thermal cooking. It's like an outdoor crock pot
Okay.
without a continuous heat source. You heat up the pot. We have different kinds. This one sits inside of a different pot. You heat up on the pot on whatever kind of source of heat you have. Your stove if you have electricity, open fire, barbecue grill, whatever. You get it up to heat. You tuck it back in the pot, seal it up, and seal it, and it will stay hot for several hours.
Okay. And then it's cooking while it's hot
It's
inside
cooking
there.
while it's cooking. You can cook a roast, you can cook bread, all kinds of casseroles or other kinds of food.
So why they're calling it thermal cooking is because it's thermally insulated to prevent the heat from escaping.
I think so.
All right. Well, so you've got a few different brands here, and it looks like this one is homemade.
I
So you
don't
can-
think it is. I think it's commercial.
This one is commercial. You can buy this one.
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe not, but it looks commercial.
Looks very nice.
Maybe it.
So-
And this pot you just heat up. You tuck it down inside of here. This is the lid that goes on it, and
Okay.
it seals.
And it looks like it's like a beanbag chair, but it's just insulation.
It's enough insulation to hold the heat for several hours.
All right. And then these are different brands here and
Different
different
brands.
types.
Yep,
All right. Thank you so much for showing this.
you bet.
What are you demoing for us today here?
All right, so we just have some options to cook. This first one here is just a propane single burner kind of grill.
Okay.
I'm just using cast iron on it, and it runs off the propane tank down there. So I'm just cooking up some quesadillas. And this other one's like a normal kind of travel camp stove. It runs on these butane tanks.
Okay.
And it's just pretty easy, convenient. You can throw it in a backpack even. And then over here, this is called a rocket stove. You can cook on top of this, and it has a little hopper in the front where you can put charcoal or wood chips or something. And as it burns, the heat comes up and it pulls in air through the front. And then the hopper supplies it, and the air and the fuel kind of come together and keeps it hot for a while, and you just keep the hopper full.
And you can use twigs and whatever.
Yeah, you can use twigs and things like that. This one I need to modify a little bit because the stuff falls down underneath and stops the airflow. So I'm going to
keep
be
that airflow.
Yeah, I'm going to be tweaking that one a little bit so it's a little bit more useful.
And I see you have a solar something over here.
Yeah, so this solar setup is just running on a little Jackery power supply, and this is a Starlink.
This is Starlink.
Yeah, just a mobile Starlink, and it fits in this little suitcase down here, and you just plug it in. If it's plugged in, it runs.
That's really neat.
And as long as you're paying your bill, it has a standby mode, which is like $15 a month. Basically, it just keeps it active, and then you have low-speed internet. But if you actually want to use it for work or something like that, you'll need to just bump it up to the
But it
service.
uses the same panel.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, nothing changes. So I have one at my house, which is the larger one. That one's not made to travel. It's kind of big. And that's what we always have. That's what we just have for our internet, which is fine. It's worked great the whole time we've had it. And this one, when we go camping, I can just work from our campsite.
Right. Work while you're on vacation? I don't know if I want to do that.
Well, it lets my kids enjoy camping while I'm not available.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your demo.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm going to come through and show off some of these things.
3 quarts of water go in here. And then it does not have to
It takes about 20 seconds to kick in, so don't be surprised if you can't taste it right now.
It's similar to a hand warmer, but it comes in a packet like this, or you can get it in like a hockey puck size thing. So you put it in a Tupperware thing, and it cooks for you. So that's kind of handy.
Oh, that's it. So you put it right in the where the food is, or
Well,
underneath it.
in the same container.
Okay.
And then this is Sterno. Everybody's heard of that. This has a better base than a lot of them. Came in this box. And then this is solid fuel. Never expires. And this is good for like a canteen cup full of water. It goes in a little stove kind of like this.
Okay, so it's a tiny bit.
And then this has an adapter. So if you bring the wrong fuel container, you can still adapt it to use that stove. So yeah, so propane comes, and butane is another.
Do you light this solid fuel just directly on fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Mom said I didn't have duty.
All right.
What a deal. And then this is a dual purpose because it has the grate for cooking, and you can put 1 to 3 cans in there.
Cans in there.
Yeah, it's kind of like Sterno, but it's more clean with burning. And then you can put this on top, and it makes a heater, and the fan comes on automatically.
So you use these?
I haven't used this yet because we just got it.
Okay.
It was on sale for $100, but
Okay. And
Yeah.
how expensive is this?
but it's a useful item. And then if you go to DI, you can usually pick up a scout manual, and it has neat stuff in about cooking and whatnot. Or you can go to the fire station and get you one of those for free. Yep.
Did you say this is like Sterno? You open it up and you light this?
Yeah.
Dual heat
Oh.
burner.
That's my copy.
What does this do? What does this lid do?
Thank you.
I think it's a cooker like
At the end
this.
table, I've got the cobbler
I
recipes.
don't know how you put their heat in. How do you install your heat inside that?
What does this do?
This is the fan. Comes on automatically, so no batteries needed.
Thermally ran.
Yeah, so when it heats up, then the fan will go.
The fan will come on. And that is so that's a heater, not a cooker.
It's all of the above.
Okay. So,
So
where
with
do
the
you
grate-
put the cooker? If you're going to cook it, you put it on top of the
No, you
inside.
just do this and put the food on this and put 1 to 3 cans in there.
in there. This
And
is
this is separate. This is the heater part.
So this is if you wanted to heat yourself,
Right,
and then this is if you want to heat food.
right.
okay. Gotcha.
And so
Awesome.
with little cans in place, then you can adjust the heat. And it has a snuffer built in. So you just, as you draw it out, it'll
Shut those off.
extinguish it, and then you can put the cap back on. So the advantage to this is longer burning than little fuel tabs. But this has no shelf life,
All
so
right.
it's good forever.
So is there a
And these don't have a
goes
shelf
over
life
this?
either.
Well, it doesn't expire, but eventually the cans will corrode or whatever, and then you got a
Okay.
leak.
Okay, so for a long time. But
Thank you
is
so
there-
much for sharing.
Do you put a rack on this or something?
Hello. What are we demoing here today?
We have got freeze-dried everything, basically.
Freeze-dried everything. I see that you got freeze-dried Skittles.
That's right. Ice cream, all the things. And then these are just a full milk you can put in a jar. So all you need is hot water.
Okay.
And you've got meat, everything in there. You don't have to worry about your fridge, your freezer.
So you freeze-dried meat.
Oh, yeah. I got
Alright.
ground beef, chicken. Sometimes I like make taco meat and just so it's a jar of taco meat.
Okay. So it's already taco seasoned.
Yep,
and everything.
already seasoned, ready to
So-
go.
Cheese. This is cheese.
Yep.
You freeze-dried that just
Yep.
right out of the fridge.
Yep.
Okay.
So when you want tacos, you just go down and get your taco meat, cheese.
Yeah.
So now, is there a way someone could leverage a freeze dryer if they don't have the money to buy one? Is it just kind of like neighbors helping neighbors, or
Pretty much. I tell people if you've got a large family around, maybe everyone goes in and you share one kind of a thing because they are expensive. Eventually they're worth the money, but it's a hard investment up front. So
So is it worth the money if you're only using it occasionally, or is it something you kind of need to
I
be
think eventually
consistent?
it would because we only use it occasionally and I think we've put in enough money into it.
All right.
Because you don't need, I mean, if you had a big family and lots of family, you'd be using it even more.
It is definitely a long-term investment.
Yeah.
Not,
All right.
not for a short-term investment.
So is this freeze-dried food? Is this something that you supplement your other food with, or is this like the whole meal is here?
Sometimes the whole meal, like sometimes we make it like this, or we just snacks, things like that. Or if I'm making a stew or a soup or something, I can just throw in some of these dried ingredients.
You also grind them up into powder.
Yes, powder too.
Vegetables, and then
Yep.
add it into soups.
Yep, and smoothies. We do that too. We just make powder and easy stuff.
So have you ever tried just eating only freeze-dried food for a while and see
I
how it
have
works?
not.
Okay.
I have not done that. I think
Interesting challenge.
you'd have to have like a drink because it would.
I'm wondering how well freeze-dried has morphed, because when I was a teenager, I took a bunch of freeze-dried meals up camping with me into the Olympic Forest. It was the only thing I had to eat was the freeze-dried food I had purchased. But I had gotten so sick of freeze-dried by the end of the week, I could taste a unique taste that I didn't.
Really? Now,
Taste in
did
any
you
other
like
food.
mix it with water and like?
Yep,
and
I
like
cooked it
okay, so it
proper.
was cooked.
When
Yeah.
my son and I go camping, we take some of those ready-to-eat ones. And to your point,
Is there maybe it's too much salt or too much seasoning?
It might be a
put in it?
preservative thing,
The preservatives that.
but if you make it yourself, you don't have what you don't want in
I know
it.
I hear what you're saying. After about 2 or 3 days, we're like, okay, it's time to go find a restaurant and get some real food.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like real food
Let's get
anymore,
off
right?
this mountain and go find some real food. 'cause
So
A lot of it we use for snacks,
Yeah.
like when we want a healthy snack or something. Or one of them was saying that she does yogurt for her grandbaby,
oh, awesome.
little freeze-dried yogurts.
Oh, and
things
then they
like
can
that.
just kind of chew on them.
Yeah, and they kind of dissolve.
They just dissolve. They don't break off in their mouth and create a choking
No,
hazard.
they're pretty powdery, I guess you would say. They dissolve pretty quickly.
pretty quick. All right. And that's yogurt.
That is yogurt, and I think everyone should have ice cream in your food storage. So,
And this is tomato basil soup.
yep, I just made the soup and then put it in a mold, freeze dried it. So I would put like 2 or 3 discs in a bowl of hot water,
Okay.
and I would have soup that tastes like I just made it.
So there are some molds that come with the freeze dryer, or
No, I bought
they're sold
online.
Separately.
sold
but-
separately.
They're
But
silicone.
when you're doing liquids, you want to put it in
Yeah.
a mold. Okay.
It's easier that way. Yeah,
easier that way.
We tried to
All
put
right.
this in a mold, but we had the wrong setting.
I had the wrong setting, so that's why they look like this. But
All right.
they still taste good.
Thank you very much for this demonstration.
You're so welcome.
I'm gonna come through and just kind of look
some
at it
snacks.
with the camera a little bit.
Did you do these better?
Mhm. been around longer, I guess. But I like ours.
Gonna say he answered most of the questions now.
So what are you demoing for us today?
Solar power for the battery and a generator.
All right, so you got a solar cell over here, and you're powering this generator.
Yep.
Looks like you're making some popcorn with the generator.
Yeah.
Oh, you also got a little crock pot here, keeping the butter warm.
Yep.
There's some fans right here.
Ben gave me cheese.
Okay.
Oh.
And then your board here is teaching us some stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Talking about wattage and how to add up what you're using. Voltage times amperage equals your wattage.
Yeah. Volt amps.
And there's starting watts versus running watts. Oh, watt hours, that's what my power company usually bills me in, right?
Yeah.
They charge me for every watt hour.
Kilowatt hours.
Kilowatt hours.
1,000.
So watts times the amount of time you're using it. Okay, so I can calculate my watts.
Yeah.
How does this help me?
Well, it helps you know how long you can run it with stuff on it so that you can
Do these batteries have like a rating of how many watt hours they're capable of?
Yeah, that one's an 1800 watt hour.
Okay.
No. Yeah, right.
This one has actually 1,000 watts. That's the surge.
Yeah.
But that's really handy size. 1,000 watts, you can run a lot of
1,056 watt hours.
Yep.
All right, and it tells you how many watts max.
Yeah, that's the surge though.
That's the surge.
This is the running. Well, that's the battery, but it's probably, that would be, I know physically the size.
Isaac made any popcorn yet?
Yeah.
So I see you have a dual fuel generator here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here.
We've
So
got-
sometimes you charge your battery with your generator.
Yeah, we could. But right now we've just got the solar panels hooked up, charging this, and we're just using it right away to.
Well, it's a really good idea to use the gas to charge that, so you don't have to run it constantly, and then you can use the battery, and then turn the gas on whenever you need it.
Mhm.
Kind of like a hybrid car.
Yeah.
It's a really good idea.
We've also got popcorn. Just
All right. Thank you very much for your demonstration. Yeah, these are really nice and cool, aren't they?
Well, this has been a great event. I think you probably have 100 or more people walk through here.
Probably. Let's see what we got here. Try to get a picture of this and post it. Just pictures. This is pretty neat. Here's that dual fuel gas generator right here. And here are these solar panels. Hello. How are you doing today?
Good.
What are you showing us today?
Open fire cooking.
Open fire cooking. I see this is a cool little tripod here. So do you hang that pot from the tripod?
Yep. So you do want to make a fire hot enough that there's no smoke. So when the coals, they
You can cook on it without it getting smoke in your
Uh-huh.
face. How do you get it hot enough to do that?
lots of wood.
A lot of wood. So you want to start with a lot of wood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you start small and then add wood until it's big, and then
Then you let it burn down.
Mhm.
And then everything will be hot enough that it won't be a bunch of smoke.
yeah.
Okay. Great. And I see you have a grate here. If you wanted to put coals underneath of it, you could cook right here.
I could cook tortillas, flatbread. And
What did you
long
make
bread.
for us today?
Some potato soup.
Some potato soup. And this is in a can.
Yeah.
It's potato soup in a can. Just need water and the mix.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can try a bit and have some cheese with it.
Cheese with it.
Pretty
That's a
good.
really good idea. All right. I think you got the whole setup here. Well, thank you very much for demoing it.
Yeah.
Showing us how this works. And was this pretty easy to do?
Yeah.
How long do you think it took you overall to make this meal?
An hour.
About an hour? Too bad. That's not too bad. I mean, a little extra time to start the fire maybe, but an hour, I mean, make
15-ish.
soup, I mean, you can usually make soup in about 15, 20 minutes, so an extra half hour. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Looks like we have a solar oven here. I haven't had a chance to go talk to him yet, but just Just kind of looking at some of the stuff they have sitting in the yard. The solar oven looks pretty darn neat. Just kind of sits there and collects all sorts of heat from the sun. Pretty good setup. All American Sun Oven is a brand. And then here's one, looks like a little more homemade. Some other, there's coal options. Absolutely.
You can do those. Okay.
There's a microphone.
Oh, I'm gonna be microphone.
You are going to be microphone. Well, tell us a little bit about these.
These are called buddy burners.
Okay,
And
buddy burners.
You take your empty can, wash it off, get the whole lid up, that label off. This one is over 15 years old. So when you light it, it's got just candle wax. You melt your candle wax and you fill it.
So you make these homemade.
Yes.
So you're using a can, and what is it
Then
that's
it's
coiled inside there?
cardboard. So you measure how tall your can is and you cut your cardboard strips.
Okay.
And I just replenish the wax by keeping.
And it doesn't consume the cardboard; it just consumes the wax.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and it gets hot. So this is your homemade buddy burner or your homemade rocket stove.
Oh, you put it underneath
So
there.
you cut the hole out, punch the holes, and that will get hot enough to cook on. And then, silly me, I made a lid out of the lid to put it out.
To put it out. Oh, that's a good idea, though, if you want to put it out.
So,
Extinguish
yeah,
it.
I used to do this stuff. We were in 4-H. I did a lot of stuff with my kids. I had the great blessing of growing up poor, so this was
growing
a
up poor is
lifestyle,
good for
and
you,
now
isn't it?
hobby. And this,
What is this?
This is a apple box.
An apple box.
You cover it completely in. Well, you don't have to do the outside, but I did because it's pretty, and I could put a
And
handle.
do you
on
use these sternos to cook
it.
in?
No, I use.
Okay.
I wonder if no. I think that might get you.
A little too much direct heat.
Briquettes.
But use briquettes.
That's the chimney I started the briquettes.
Okay.
with.
So you put
So
the briquettes
each
in here.
briquette is roughly 40 degrees.
40 degrees.
So, and that thermometer in there, they're right here. The thermometer in there is broke. It's 15 years old. Doesn't work. Went to Walmart, got another one, brought it home. It didn't work. So I said, okay, we're not having a thermometer. And they have you put, that's an oven bag, but I can't see through it anyway. And heat rises. So you don't want to lift it a lot.
Right.
I have it on this tin, this just because I can clean it up easy afterwards. Put your briquettes in a pie tin. These are taking forever because I filled the bottles with cold water. Don't do that.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's a good
plaster
idea.
Paris them. But I did 2x4s yesterday and made cookies, and some of the bottoms burnt. It's too low.
Too low.
So this is what they told me to do. I just thought I was going to be smarter. So
But you don't want to leave them full and not open. What would happen if you put soda pop in there?
I don't know.
Could explode, maybe?
It might probably explode. You can't explode in there. So, sun oven. So see what the temperature is on the sun oven right now. When I got here at 8:30.
It's at 300.
You couldn't really start cooking this morning.
Okay,
So
it was a little too early.
I decided I'm going to pasteurize water.
Yeah,
So I put clean water in a jar.
but it's good demo.
Too lazy to go get dirty water. It's that little machine, that little thing in there is called a WAPI, water pressure pasteurization indicator. That little green wax, it melts at 160 degrees. And you can pasteurize water at 160 degrees.
Oh, you have something floating in the water
Yeah.
there. Okay.
It's going to boil.
So when that green thing,
So when it dropped, because it was at the top,
it was at the top,
and it has now dropped. So that water's
technically ready to go.
So you take it out, get your next bottle. That's on a metal cord. So you take the little thing and you pull it up to the top, the other end, and now the wax is on the top again. Put
Okay, and you
in
just
your
flip it
water,
around.
and you can just use it over and over again.
Okay.
So-
And if it's pasteurized, now when we say pasteurized, we don't mean it's been filtered and cleaned, do we?
Mm-mm.
So you set a filter and
You
clean it.
just killed
But you pasteurize it so that you
kill
can now have it jarred.
Stuff in it.
Okay.
No, so if you need water to drink and you need to make it safe to drink,
Okay.
I have a packet of cheesecloth that I keep in my emergency
So this
box.
is the alternative to boiling it for 5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
What if you don't have fuel to boil?
Okay. You don't have fuel to boil, you can do
and
this.
when you're cooking, if I use the pans that came with this, you can put a jar in with your cooking. So you can always be...
You can pasteurize some water while you're
Yeah.
cooking.
So
All right.
this directs the sun in here. When you lock it down, that becomes airtight. And that's why you can get your temperature rise. So you don't want to open it because you lose your heat.
Okay.
Sometimes when I'm cooking, I get moisture up on here, and moisture will interfere with the cooking process.
So you may have to open it to wipe the moisture off.
I just read an awesome idea. Put your pan in an oven bag.
Oh, okay.
It'll still cook, but the moisture will stay
The moisture
in the
won't
pan
escape.
and won't get on my lid. I'm
Well,
gonna
what
try
about
it.
one of those like squeegees that's magnetic? So you can like...
I don't know. I haven't tried.
Okay.
You learn by trial and error. You learn the most from your mistakes.
Yeah, you got to try things. If you're not trying anything, you're not
So-
going to learn.
It has a movable, adjustable leg.
Is that to make sure it's still pointing at the sun?
Yeah, so you can tell in the front, you look through that hole. Up here, you look through this opening. And if the light's shining on that screw, you're lined up.
Okay. Oh, that's a good idea.
So during the day, I'll have to start dropping it down and it'll start.
As the sun's moving and it won't hit the screw anymore.
This particular brand is closed right now. Nobody knows why.
Oh, they're not
But
making them right now?
Not this brand, but they
Okay.
have, there's several different kinds of
That look
solar-
similar to this?
And there's even, you can make it yourself ones.
Wait, yeah.
And I have instructions for how to make one out of a pizza box. that you could do
How much does one of these cost?
Jose, how much was my sun oven? I don't even remember that thing.
It was enough that I didn't make a note of.
Was it like $250? But that was like 12, 15 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, it's an investment, but that's what every Christmas I ask for a preparedness item.
That's a good idea. That's what I want for Christmas.
So
I don't
yeah.
want toys. I want
So
something
I
that'll help me
have
be
my
prepared.
hand done blender, and we bought a toilet for him one year. It's a 5-gallon bucket with all of the supplies you need with a toilet seat lid on it.
There you go. Well, thank you very
So-
much for demoing these for me.
Buddy burners, I did that. Okay, there's candles over here.
All right.
If your power goes out and you're not prepared,
Let's come look at these candles.
Thank you so much.
this is a Crisco candle. I made it with my expired shortening. Okay, Crisco candle made with expired shortening that I melted my wax.
Okay.
My buddy burner. So
Just Crisco oil.
this is just 100% cotton twine. So that's
$3.50
the
and $4
wick.
for the solar oven.
I tied a screw from my junk box to the bottom,
Okay, tie a screw, put it at the bottom.
then tied it to a wooden skewer that went over it.
So when it's
that it would be
solidifying, it's
centered.
in the center. Okay.
And then, yeah, so you use a funnel. Use a funnel. I made a funnel out of aluminum foil, and it kind of worked not too great.
Use a funnel,
I
pour
have
it
a
in.
funnel now.
Metal funnel.
Pour it in, let it solidify, and then trim your wick. Did this go out or did you put it out? Okay. That thing's supposed to burn for like 100 hours.
All right.
This one is supposed to be rice. I made my first one with rice, and the rice swelled and kind of ruined it.
Okay.
But I need some sand. You need something in the bottom to hold up the Q-tip.
The Q-tip.
Because what's happening here is we put the Q-tip in, light it on fire, and then it falls over into the oil and goes out.
What kind of oil
So
are you using? Just
it's,
olive oil.
It's olive oil, just oil, whatever.
So just
your
an olive
cooking
oil
oil.
lamp.
Your cooking oil. And when it runs low, you can just put more oil in it. So, yeah, I wanted to
Rice
store
and
one.
oil candle.
So
Power outage.
I have handouts on everything down there. This one I store with a quarter and a little package of matches taped to it, because you use the quarter to get the
to
lid
pry
off.
the lid off.
And this thing, it's a roll of toilet paper, take the middle out. I had to take some off the end so it would fit, shove it in there. It took that much alcohol to fill it.
Okay.
and light her up. I like how much this burns.
All right.
Yeah, because you want a can that seals well, because then otherwise your alcohol will evaporate. So
And that's kind of like a homemade sterno.
yeah, so it puts out heat. So if you need heat, you could have a couple of these, but you got to have ventilation so you don't die of carbon monoxide poisoning.
And now what can are you using?
I got this at Ace Hardware. It's a empty paint can
An empty paint can.
because I don't drink coffee. A lot of people use coffee cans. I guess they make smaller ones. You could also use this as a buddy burner.
As a buddy
in
burner.
that. Wonder oven.
This is like a thermal cooker. I think someone was demoing some over there, but this is a homemade one.
This is a homemade one.
Okay.
And
you just put the pot in here.
I put it in the box down there to keep the sides tight and close. Put it in my trunk of the car, throw that on, put a blanket over it. If I'm going to his parents, it keeps whatever I've cooked warm or cold while you drive there.
Okay.
And when we
better
would-
than a cooler.
It really is.
Well, because you can bring hot stuff.
You don't have ice melting. My parents lived 3.5 hours away, so we could start something,
In 3.5 hours, it's still fine.
and when you get there, it's done.
No,
That
thank you.
was cooked in my box.
All right, that is our preparedness Be Ready group activity for this Saturday. And we saw all of the different booths that people put up and all the different great stuff that they're teaching us. Some great ideas for how to cook when your power is out, alternative cooking methods, some ways to preserve and store food. So hopefully you learned something and you had a good time with us. We'd love to see you next time. Bye.